My name is John Hedengren, and we're going to be analyzing hip drop today with a front view and also a side view. I'm going to come to the AlphaPeak website, go through these steps, choose the file that I want to upload. This one's going to be the front view, and this one's I'm going to select Analyze Hips and then Upload. Now this can take a little while to process, but generally less than 10 minutes, sometimes as fast as 1 minute for short videos. And this is a side view. Now I'll turn it over to MacGyver for the analysis.
All right, what's up guys? This is MacGyver doing another AlphaForm tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about hip drops. So I've got a video uploaded, and this is actually in the Brigham Young University Biomechanics Lab. Ian Hunter is a professor at BYU, and he has been a significant influence on us building this technology in helping us have facilities so that we can test the accuracy of the product. So that is where we are here. And I am running at about 7-minute flat pace on a really cool treadmill. So you can see the video here. Let's see. Yep. So 7-minute pace. You can see I have markers attached to me. And this is where we actually spent 9 months comparing our AI algorithms to motion capture. So you can see in the corners, there's really fancy cameras, really fancy treadmill. We got a lot of computers. And this is actually what AlphaForm what we want to do with it is give this type of quality form analysis, and we put it on your phones. So this is the whole goal. And so we spent 9 months in the lab making sure that our AI algorithms were as accurate as the thousands and thousands of dollars of motion capture systems. So I have processed the video, the same one. Here I've got the plots. We'll go to that one next. Okay, so now we've got hip drop. Okay, so hip dip is a key indicator that physical therapists look at when they are doing gait analysis to see the health of your running form, as well as minimizing hip dip will decrease risk to injury as well as improve your efficiency as a runner. And so what we see on this chart is as you go through the video, it measures the 2 points of your left and right hip and the angle. And so as you see on the chart, if the line is above 0, it means that is the right side dipping. And if it is below 0, it is the left side dipping. So as we play this video, we can see that it is analyzing the dip. For men, you want to be less than 7 degrees of hip dip on each side. And that indicates you have a healthy and strong hip structure and you're running with great form. For women, it is less than 5 degrees. And this information has been a lot of work in collaboration with Scott McKeel, a physical therapist local in Provo High. So I want to give him, Provo City, excuse me. So I want to give him a shout out. And just a lot of appreciation for his contributions to our project. But as we go across the video, we see that actually my hip drop is doing really well. And we've built into the platform that if you see, like, let me back up here. If you see any yellow on the plot here, then that means we are above 7 degrees. If you're in the green, that means you're good. And then if you are way out of threshold, we'll actually color the plot red. So the goal is, when you're using this tool, is you want to have a green plot altogether. So as we see through the video, my hip drop is actually doing really well. Now, I've done a lot of work in strengthening core and hip muscles, as well as doing rehabilitation for past injuries. And so this is something that I've been working on for a couple years. And so seeing this tool and seeing my progress is really encouraging personally as an athlete. I do want to show some other things that we can look at. Let me get to, so this is a picture of the entire video. plot. And so you can download this. This is on the results page of AlphaForm. And I just want to point a few things out. Number one, that if you see a hip dip analysis like this means it is very, very good. It means core is strong, hips are strong, you're running with everything engaged, and you're very, very smooth. However, I do want to point out that if you compare the magnitudes of the right side and the left side, and if we were to kind of create an average across this space, we can see that the comparative magnitudes between the right side and the left side, that for me, the right side is much greater than the left side. And it's almost half if you look at this plot. And so many reasons for this, and this is something that is very important when using this tool, is you want to look at injury history, as well as any other current training regimens or things that are bugging you right now. But for example, some things that are in my history are a car crash about 8 years ago that has definitely affected the way that my hips are aligned. I do a lot of work before running to make sure my hips are aligned. Number two, torn labrums, especially in my left hip. That's something that really impacts my running that I have to maintain. And then also torn hamstring 3 times on my left side. And this is labrum. So these are definitely some things that can contribute to the imbalance on the hip dip. But as you can see, even after having a lot of setbacks through consistent strengthening program and hips and strengthening program, flexibility programs, I've been able to come back and improve my hip dip. And so anyways, this is just a short tutorial on how to use AlphaForm, specifically on how to analyze your hip dip. And we'll be putting more out there. But please go and feel free to use the tool. You can upload as many videos as you want right now. And after this, I am going to show a couple of exercises that Scott McKeel, our physical therapist, has given us to improve your hip dip. And so we're going to put that here after. Okay, so these are some examples of some hip strengthening and core strengthening exercises that you can do at home with a simple elastic band to help you minimize your hip dip. So these are just some abductor strengthening exercises, some squat walks where you're going to laterally step with one leg, and then as the opposite leg comes back to center, you're just going to do it nice and slow back to center. So here are some line walks. So as you can see, you just put one foot in front of the other, have the band anchored at the ankles, and it's just rotating the hips out and in front, out and in front. And so some things you can focus on is keeping your core engaged, and take your time while doing this. You don't have to rush through the exercise. You can just do it methodically, and this is something great to do in addition to your core or strengthening program or flexibility programs, anything after your run. Here's some diagonal Z walks. So again, the band is anchored at the ankles. You just pick essentially some railroad tracks, and you're just going to step and then hold it for a little bit, step, and hold it. Anytime your foot's coming back to center, you can even count 2 or 3 seconds just to get the eccentric strengthening of those muscle groups. Okay, so this next one is going to be a good balancing exercise. So you hold one leg on the ground, anchor the band right above the knee, and you're going to abduct your hip all the way out, and then you can even have an isometric hold at the top, and then you slow it back in. It's a great opportunity to practice some balance as well as some core strengthening. Okay, well, that's the end of the video, and thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.